Hi, I'm Tom Deacon, here with another episode of How To See It Now. In this installment, we're going to take a look at what makes a good vehicle health check video, otherwise known as the VHC. We should remind ourselves that customers may not be mechanically minded and understand the terms we use. It's important to be able to communicate in a way that uses jargon-free language, or if certain terms can't be substituted, then to give some context. The explanation of any work required could make the difference in the customer approving or declining the work. So don't underestimate the power of a clear explanation and what needs to be done and why. VHC and workshop videos can be more technically challenging for a few reasons. It's a low light condition and the underparts of a vehicle are always dark coloured, so it's important to have a clear lens, free of fingerprint smudge marks and helpful indicators to not obscure the image too much. Background noise from a busy workshop can also creep in. Talking slowly and clearly will help with this. Tools and props are often a good way to add context. For example, using a laser pointer to show a certain part, or using a tyre gauge and showing the reading across the width of a tyre, then explaining how that compares to a new tyre and one that needs replacing. This helps a customer build confidence by helping them easily understand something that they may not have been aware of before and are more likely to trust recommendations you've made. Let's take a look at our first video.
Front suspension, no leaking shock absorbers, no broken springs, dry shaft gauges, that's these little rubber gizmos, no leaks, no splits, no ingress of water, which is good, and the rear left tyre, 5.43, so just under 5.5 mil. Excellent. No inner or outer wear or tear. So you've got four good tyres. Now rear suspension, no leaking shock absorbers. Springs, as you can see, and what I'll do is show you at the bottom of the cup because that's where they normally break on the rears, but your car's fine.
A lot of energy and enthusiasm throughout from Jack the technician was a great part of this video. At the start of the clip, he points to the suspension components he's checking, and after using the official term for an item, the drive shaft gaiters, he points to it again and shows which part that term refers to. When showing the rear of the car, a tyre depth gauge is used and the reading is clearly shown. The legal limit is mentioned at the beginning of the video. Jack also uses the torch on the device being used to film to help easily see parts of the components which otherwise are dark and difficult to see.
And now moving on to the underside of the vehicle, if we take a look at all the front suspension components, all the lower arms, drive shafts, CV boots, suspension struts, and the anti-roll bar link arm, all in good condition.
We can hear a good explanation of which items will be looked at, followed by the use of a laser pointer to help show the exact parts in reference, without obstructing the view.
Looking at your brake discs as well, measurement is around 22.6. The minimum on this disc is around 21, so it's still well above spec. Also looking at your brake pads, this is what you use to measure your brake pads. Simply pop it on there and take a measurement off. It has worn to around 10 mil, so it's still in very good condition. I'll just show you a colour scheme on that. So this is what we use, starting at 2 mil here, all the way up to 12 mil just here. So yours are worn to around 10 mil, which is just there. And in comparison to the lowest depth, as you can see, you still have plenty of material left on your brake pads. Looking over the rest of your suspension components, this is your lower arm here. Just checking the ball joint gaiter inside here, just for any signs of splits, leaks or damage on that rubber boot, it's all okay.
We really like the use of the various measurement tools to show the brake disc and pad thickness, which were put into context by explaining what the new and replacement levels are and how the customers compare to those, helping them understand better. Lewis also points to the ball joint boot, explaining what is being looked for and confirms that those defects aren't present and everything is in good working order. These videos are really good because they clearly show the condition of the customer's car, with relevant tools putting into context the items being checked. Minimal use of jargon and a quick explanation pointing to items, often with a laser pointer, help to make it easy to follow the VHC and gain confidence, trust and transparency. Give these a try on your next videos and see how you get on.